I did it. I finally did it. I accidentally damaged the breech face and chamber of my Smith & Wesson Victory by dry firing it. I put in a mag full of ammo that shall not be named and was negligent to check if a round had actually chambered because, well, typically my Victory cycles and eats everything. All it took was a mag of bad ammo that led to a few unintended dry fires when a round failed to feed from the magazine, and then the damage was done. So to break it down, some rimfire firearms, due to the position the pin strikes the primer, which is on, well, the rim, can be susceptible to chamber damage if the firearm is fired with nothing in the chamber. This is because without a cartridge for it to hit, it can directly strike the edge of the chamber face, leaving tiny marks, which is bad news bears. These marks can deform the lip around the chamber, causing drag on both feeding and extraction. Not good. Now for me, I'm stuck with a pistol that will not properly cycle rounds due to the chamber having a burr, and it's making my bolt and extractor sweat bullets. So how do we fix this? Well, we'll have to use the ChamberMade chamber ironing swage from TANDEMKROSS. In simplest terms, the chamber swage is used to smooth out burrs in your chamber by being inserted into the chamber and then turned to iron them out. Unlike something like a reamer, this tool does not remove material from your chamber, which is really important. Rather, the chamber swage just pushes the material back where it's supposed to be. So how do you know if you have chamber damage? Well, other than just having severe reliability issues like me, you can typically see a burr on the chamber if you look closely. Some damage may be too subtle to see, so another test you can do is drop a fresh round into the open chamber while in a safe environment to see if it effortlessly slides in. For as safe as a condition as possible, you can even remove the barrel from your firearm before conducting this test. If the round struggles to fully seat, like this, and you've already assured that your chamber is clean and it's not just gunked up, chances are it's time to swage it out. So let's get to swaging. All right, let's get going. So all you're gonna need is some sort of gun oil and cleaner. I'm gonna be using hops, a wire brush. I'm gonna be using a brass brush here, the chamber swage itself, and then something to drive the swage, whether it be a non-rotating cleaning rod with a handle or a 1/4-inch socket driver like I have here. The most optimal way of doing this is going to be to remove the barrel itself from the pistol, which may not be possible with some firearms, so I encourage you to use your thinking cap to think of a way that gives you easy access to the chamber face, but also keeps you and those around you safe. All right, so I've removed the Spitfire barrel from my Victory. It's going to give me easy access to the chamber face, and it's just going to be much safer, obviously, as well. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is stick a little bit of oil on the chamber and breech face. And I'm gonna take my wire brush, make sure it's tight, and then just clean it out. You'll definitely wanna just make sure that when you use the wire brush, it actually pushes some of the oil down in there and around the rim of the chamber. Now we've opened our chamber swage, looks like this. And we'll go in close. If you look here on the chamber swage, there's gonna be kind of a flat edge on this inner portion here. We're gonna want that to be oriented towards the actual burr on the chamber. And I'm hoping this shows up on camera, but there's a little bit of a nick right there on the top of my chamber. So I'm gonna want that flat to be oriented towards the top. So I'm gonna put the swage on my driver here, hold the barrel, make sure that that flat goes in, push it and turn it 180 degrees in the same motion. Go ahead, pull it out, and that will iron out the burr. All right, and now to check our work, we're gonna be dropping a round into the chamber, and it should just fall right down in. Yeah, that's a lot different than it was before we did this. But if you're still having issues and you're not having a round slide right in, you still have a little bit of interference, you can go ahead and swage again. And now all I have to do is put everything back together and I can enjoy the benefits of optimal feeding and extraction. Nice. And just like that, we are able to go back to the range and have our pistol cycle reliably. Although damage to a firearm is always a pain, it's good to know that something like this can be fixed. And another lesson I learned here is I always want to encourage you to check to make sure rounds are actually chambering or not when you're testing a wide variety of ammo. But you know TANDEMKROSS has your back if your firing pin decides to falcon punch your chamber right in its face. Thanks for watching the video. We hope to see you in the next one. Be sure to like and subscribe, and happy plinking. See ya.